This is not Matt Farah's Million Mile Lexus. Why? Because this is the exact opposite. Matt Farah has the 1996 second generation Lexus LS. However, what we have here today is something I've never seen anywhere in the world. Here we have a 2005 Lexus LS430 with an astounding 2,300 kilometers on it. Today I'm going to show you around this car and I'm also going to give it a test drive. But before that, please don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to my channel to see more updates, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. This LS is called the XE30, the third generation LS, also known as the Toyota Celsior. And this car was sold between 2001 to 2006. Midway through in 2004, they released a facelift model, which is what we have here, being the 2005 model. How can you tell? Well, just look over here to the side. You can see these headlamps. Although they're still trapezoidal, just like the pre-facelift, they're a bit pointier here on the side. That's the fastest indication. Also, the facelift models, they used radar for adaptive cruise control, while the pre-facelift used LiDAR. Here on the side, I want you to take time to just admire how long this car is, just how elegant, stunning, and beautiful it is. Now, this car was Lexus's answer to Mercedes Benz S Class W140, the legendary big Mercedes S Class. And you can really see it with here in the design. Sure, it's not as boxy because this was released a bit later on, but it's there, that big full-size sedan look. This one has these really nice rims on it. These are 17-inch rims wrapped in 225/55/17s, and these are Dunlop LM704s, which are incredibly comfortable. Now, to the untrained eye, unfortunately, this could still look like a Camry from the back. However, for me, I really love the design of it. This one reminds me again of the W140 or even the W220 S Class, but well, you know, Lexus has got to compete. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? It was a good design. Now, to open this trunk, it's on the right side, just like most Lexuses. And if you open this one up, you reveal this huge trunk in there. So you can fit like a person or two in there, that's for sure. Open this one up, and what you'll see is a full-size spare tire, a complete set of tools. That's obvious given the mileage of this car. 2,300 kilometers, not even miles. Now, if you close this one up, there's a lever you can pull, but you don't have to slam this trunk down. So you just close it slightly and it sucks itself shut just like that. When the first Lexus LS was released, they had this ad wherein they would put a lot of like glass, champagne glasses on it, something like that, on top of the engine in some sort of like a pyramid pattern. And they did that to show just how much the water in it wouldn't get any turbulence. And no doubt, it's the same thing with this. This is an incredibly smooth engine. So under the hood of the LS430, you have this 4.3-liter 3UZFE V8 engine, which produces 290 horsepower and 434 Newton meters of torque. Now this thing, although it may sound small, like 4.3-liter, it can actually do 0 to 100 in 6.7 seconds, despite the heft of this large sedan. So inside the LS430, I wouldn't even bother checking the thud of the door because this one has soft closed doors. It sucks itself shut. Now in here, you have two options. You can either stick the key into the ignition and turn it, or it actually acts as like a keyless entry as well and push start-ish, but you turn it unlike new cars. So just start. That's without a key. And I didn't even feel the engine start. Sure, you hear it, but there's no vibration, so let's turn on the AC. So in here, the materials, they're just amazingly exquisite. So the dashboard, that is very soft. Same thing here with the side. This one too, it's nice wrinkled leather, which is really cool. The steering wheel, there's so much wood all over it, and the leather around it is great as well. So apparently Lexus went to Yamaha, the one who makes pianos, to make the wood for them. Same thing all over the car, even at the doors. Now this car only has 2,355 kilometers. So for our American viewers, that's around below 2,000 miles. Let that sink in. This is a 2005 car. Aside from that, here in the middle, everything just shows how pristine and brand new this car is. I mean, look at this center console. Now this one doesn't have that screen, that big ass screen with like a GPS on it, which is good because that really dates the car, but this one has a very timeless design. It even has these air vents that oscillate automatically, so you don't move them yourself. No, 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 no. It moves by itself. Now your AC system is just your regular old system. Down here you have your Mark Levinson audio, which sounds pretty good. Now what's interesting about this is that your bass, mid, and treble, it's not in some computer, it's these knobs that you have like in those DJ mixer things. Pretty cool. Same thing down here, your heated and cooled seats has those same knobs that you twist, which is very, very interesting. As mentioned earlier, the wood continues down here. Open this up, you get the CD changer. This one reveals a cubby, and this one reveals ashtray or coin holder, and you also get a 12-volt socket down here. Open this one up, and what's cool about this is that this thing actually just slides back together with the armrest. Very interesting. I've never seen anything like that. And if you open this one up, you reveal 2 cup holders, which is pretty cool too. Now, what about the other materials in the car? First, the leather. The seats are super duper soft. They're movable, also power adjustables in very, very many ways. Lumbar support, thigh support, you name it. And what's cool about it is that over here, there's this switch for the seat belt. So in most cars, you have to like grab the seat belt latch and like move it up like that. But for this one, nope. You just hold it and it goes up automatically. You have the money to buy an LS, right? Why do you need to move it manually? Who would want to do that? Nobody. Exactly. Now your gear shifter, it's just your traditional gear shifter. None of that fancy ass things that BMW has been using nowadays, or Land Rover. But this is just the epitome of luxury back then in the early 2000s. It's just pure luxury, no gadgetry. Oh, one more over here. Look at the size of that glove box. That is cavernous. That's like a cave in there. You could probably fit like, I don't know, what can you fit? An oven toaster in there. Shove it in there and it'll work. More materials up here. It's felt everywhere, including the sunroof cover. That's felt too. Open this sunglass holder up here. That's lined with felt too. It's just those small attention to detail that Lexus pays attention to. Something that other car makers just simply don't do. And this one too, this cubby right here, it's pretty soft too. It's just, this car is just amazing. Sunroof, nice and big as well. Now let's go on and check out the back, where you'll probably spend most of your time if you own this car. The back seat is the perfect place to be in an LS. Well, not specifically the driver's side seat, since this is a left-hand drive vehicle. That's the best seat, but you know, good enough. First, let's check the thud of the door, but it is soft close, so let's not check it. Let's just, it sucks itself shut. Now back here, legroom test, don't even bother. There's just so much legroom. I can like cross my legs back here, feel like an executive from the early 2000s. Now here on the side, you get this sun visor, and if that's not enough, you get another one for this quarter panel back here. And when you're in here, do you think that's enough to lounge back here? Well, not really, because the party continues. So soft touch leather all over, real wood too, which is beautiful. You get an ashtray. That's, you know, that's mandatory if you're an executive back then. Cavernous cubby over here at the side. Now if you put this one down, this is the real start of the party. So there's so much buttons here. The first thing you can do is raise your headrest. So just goes up like that. Now I can like lie down, but I don't feel comfortable enough. So what do? I press this other button. So not only does the rear seat reclines, but the seat bottom also moves forward, so you can really just lounge back here. What else? Massage function. And it's not some fancy massage, it's just the seat vibrating. But you know, if you have a long day at work, this is enough. So let's turn that off for now. Might doze off here at the back. What else do you have here? You get audio control, so you can control the radio at the front. You get this armrest that's incredibly supple leather feeling. Open this one up, you get 2 huge cup holders. You get controls for heated seats. Unfortunately, it's not ventilated. Press this one and that one goes up. Press it again. I have time. That goes down. Close this back up. Now, here's the thing. You know how in like modern cars, like let's say a Toyota Fortuner, you get this cool box in above the glove box, and it's a bit chill, I guess. It's a chill box, but this one is a legitimate cool box. So you open this one up. It's almost as cold as a legit fridge in here. It's just really so cold. This is amazing. So you can put, not a champagne bottle, unfortunately. It's not that big, but it's enough. But at least it doesn't eat into your boot space that much. Close that one back up. Now, okay, so the question is, I don't know why you would want to do it, but can you see 3 people in here? You most definitely can, because over here, the car's just so huge. And you also get your own headrest here in the center, and you just lounge back like that while your bosses are probably here on the side, your CEO and your CFO maybe. Close this one down. And okay, what else is there to mention back here? Well, there's a couple more. First, you get this map pocket up here, and what's cool about this is, aside from having your own air vent, you have your own vanity mirror, which is obviously a response to the W140's rear vanity mirrors. Lastly, if you open your door, you know how in most cars, when you set the light switch to door, it will automatically illuminate everything in the car? But for this one, if you open up your door, only your light shows up. So the other side's still closed. And this light is also movable. You can like tilt it towards you or away from you. I don't know why you want to do that, but you can should you want to. One more soft closed door. Ho ho ho. Perfect vehicle. In most Lexuses, when you exit the driver's seat, the steering wheel moves forward and the driver's seat goes back so you can easily egress the vehicle. But for the LS, if you have the seat reclined like this and it's hard to go out and you open the door, it moves back to the unreclined position. That is just amazing. Attention to detail with Lexus. So the only annoying thing here at the back is that although you get your own air vents over here, the problem is if your driver decides to open that one up, the center console, your air vents disappear. So that's a good thing you have your own air vents at the side here. The 2005 Lexus LS400 XE30 body. Now there's only one word to describe this car, maybe 2. Serene and comfortable. Now if you're driving this, chances are you're the chauffeur and you have a VIP at the back, so you do want to definitely drive this very, very sedately. But should you want to, you can always just hustle this car. Oh, it pulls so much. So just like that, I went to 5,000 RPM, and when you start this car up and you keep it running at idle, it feels exactly the same as when you're doing 5,000 RPM. This car is ridiculously smooth. Now, I haven't driven like the W140 S600, the V12 model, but I have driven the V8 models, and it's still not as smooth as this. This is just on a different level when it comes to smoothness. And in town, you know, it's very easy to maneuver. Even though it's long, the turning radius is all right. Just so comfortable. Over these speed bumps, you barely feel anything at all. The length of the wheelbase definitely helps out. What about the handling? That's not something you're supposed to talk about in this car, but should you want to, yes, it is a big boat. There is a little bit body roll, but if you compare it to like the S classes back in the day, this has way less body roll. I don't know how Toyota or well Lexus can do it. It's just the perfect mix between comfort and handling. Okay, so now let's like accelerate it again. What the heck? That's 7,000 RPM. That's 7,000 RPM, and you don't feel it. Like, okay, if you ask me to close my eyes and there's a way to defy physics and you just not be able to feel the G-force of the acceleration, there's just no way to tell vibration wise. If you're going idle at like what, 800 RPM, or you're doing 7,000 RPM, there's just absolutely no way you can feel it. This car is just something else. If I didn't know, I would probably think that this is a V12 or a W16, but it isn't. It's a V8. Wow. Now, if you want to get this car, it is around 650,000 in the market currently for one with over 100,000 kilometers. You're gonna ask me, so where can I get one of these cars and how much would it cost if I want to get the same one as the one you're driving right now for 2,356 kilometers? Well, you can't. You just can't get that. This car isn't for sale. I tried asking. I also want it. I want it badly, but no, this car is not for sale, and good luck finding one. There is one for sale on the market for below market value. It's around 450k, but I've seen it myself, and no, it's not exactly in the best shape. Now let's just kind of like accelerate again over this curve, and I'm just doing it while like I lie down like this. Oh my gosh, it's so quiet. Now this car does not have dual pane glass as far as I know. Comment down below if I am wrong. However, it's just as quiet as a W140 or even a W220 S Class. And this is with the sunroof cover up. If we close that, oh, there's this visible change, this noticeable change in the quietness. And I don't know how it goes from super quiet to extremely quiet. Serenity in a car. So here at the back of the Lexus LS430, now I'm in the proper seat, the best seat, the passenger side rear seat. So legroom is just crazy abundant. I even have this switch here on the side so I can manually move this seat forward and backwards as I please. And of course I can open this, close it rather, and this one as well. Why would I want to see the plebs outside? I ride around in an LS430. So now let me just cross my legs just like that. Let me raise this headrest right here. Yes. And then finally, let me recline my seats. Okay, let me put this down. Okay, now back here. Am I comfortable enough? Very, very much so. Do I want a massage? Yes, I do. My body hurts after a whole day of reviewing. And if I just lounge back here, chauffeur, drive better, please, s'il vous plaît. Yes, it's just so serene, especially here at the back. The materials, they resonate with me very, very well. They're so soft. Do I want to put a milk carton at the back because I love milk? Yes, I can. I just put it in a cooler back there. Do I want to lie down and sleep? Of course I can. Now, even though my chauffeur isn't the best at driving, it doesn't matter because this car is just so comfortable. Even if he decides to drive more spiritedly and give less regard to these speed bumps at the front, it's totally fine. I don't feel it. Monsieur, what if we go chop chop a little and we accelerate a little bit? Let's see if VIP can feel it. That is so smooth. What RPM are we doing? 3,000. That's ridiculous. I don't feel it at the back. I don't feel a single pothole here. So yes, overall, if you're looking for a car that you can fall asleep in any point in time, this is the car to get. Forget the W140. I'm sorry, Mercedes Benz. I've loved you for a long time, but this is the next level. Lexus is the way to go. The LS is the way to go. If you like this video, please don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more car reviews.